Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
In any case, we are going to be getting into this game one of our second winners round one of top 8. I'm very excited to see this. We've been talking it up this whole time. Here we go.
Ravenking first is Nair. Nair rocking the Ridley, a character that you might not see too much of, especially at this caliber. Look at this Ridley move. Like I said, the last set I saw Nair in. Oh, wait a minute, the dares? Oh, held down, and Ravenking with the punish, the back air. Yeah, that is something, again, like we mentioned, Ridley's recovery, definitely not the greatest. It definitely is exploitable. But Ike, I wouldn't say Ike has like a really strong offstage edge guarding tools, you know what I mean? Like, he can kind of go off and dare, fair, bear, but usually all those things, you have to combine it with the double jump for the most part because they're so laggy, and they put him in a really bad position after, right?
And Ravenking, a bit of a panic option on ledge with that up B, but being able to re-grab onto the ledge. But Nair, reading that neutral get up and getting side B, it's not quite going to kill because of some good DI out of Ravenking. But this is actually a full reversal. Ravenking hopping back onto the stage, getting that side tilt. Nair still not able to capitalize on the kill yet.
And the rage wipe was actually a big deal. That side B would have killed if Nair had rage, but it doesn't matter. Nair is able to get the up smash. Interesting thing about Ridley's up smash is it's very large, it's very powerful, and it starts on the back end. So it's like kind of like your standard backflip up smash, but you know, Ridley starts on the back. So if you cross up Ridley, he actually has stronger out of shield options behind him than he does in front of him.
For sure. I also like the way he's just catching his jumps, man. Every time
he's just stuck.
Oh my god,
Ravenking just jumped into it?
Yeah, he really used it.
Ravenking, don't go into the light. No, not like
this. Man, please.
Why did he jump into it? What was that?
I'm pretty sure he wanted to fall on top of it.
He might have wanted to get Nair on top of it for sure, yeah. But he wanted to get Nair, but like you cannot get Nairs against Nair.
Nair was charging that for an actual eternity, and Ravenking just landed on it and died. That was so unfortunate.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yo, I was saying that like this match is really cool because I like the way Nair's just
what is happening?
Just catching his jumps.
That might have been some sus DI too.
So Leo is saying that Nair is immune to getting hit by Nair, and if that is actually the case, then he's probably the most powerful player in the world. Because, dude, what if like you could just pick a move and be like, I am invincible to that move?
Well, I didn't think about it. Yeah, he might be the best player right now, dude. Like for sure. If he gonna get hit by Nair, immune to Nair, man. Imagine Wario, Kalu,
dude.
Violet.
That'd be probably that's probably the one move you want to be immune to, like across the cast, right? Because even like a lot of the meta characters, like Nair is like one of their stronger moves.
Like even bad characters, like if you look at Ganondorf, Nair is one of Ganondorf's best tools. So if you are immune to getting hit by Nair, you're just the best player in the world.
Imagine fighting Rob and Ike just like immune to Nair, you're just like walking at them. Like, what are you gonna do? But yeah,
that's a terrifying situation there.
Ganon isn't bad. Rickles. That's what Rickles is saying, man. Yeah, Ganon's definitely not bad. Probably like top 20.
Rickles knows.
Rickles knows.
Rickles and I are friends. And I play Ganon too. Ganon's bad.
Well, you know what? Even I always respect when someone's like maining a mid or a low tier and they say that the character is
is he dead?
Underrated? Oh, no. If that combo, that would be insane.
Wait, just a little bit on that. I don't think Ganon's like bottom 1. He's definitely a little bit underrated, but he's not that good.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, anyone that like mains an unrepresented character and they say that their character is underrated, I respect that, because even in a sense where like if you don't have confidence in your character, like somewhat confidence, like I don't think that's a good thing. You know what I mean?
For sure. And Nair actually proving that point effectively, but no. Getting caught right there by Ravenking's up air, especially on Yoshi, is going to kill pretty early.
That was down throw, right?
That was down throw, yeah.
And I think that was just honestly a punish on Nair's part, because Nair DI'd in. So I feel like if he DI'd out,
that's actually the only reason why he done.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's not a true combo if DI'd away from. So Ravenking definitely capitalizing on that, cashing in big time. And we've seen Yez use this stage as a counter pick as well. So no surprise here. Ravenking is here on Yoshi's story. The Nair, the double Nair, not on the platform though, does catch the landing with another up air, up air, up air, up air.
Wow, man.
What do you know? Many up airs. Ravenking gets another stock here.
Man, okay, he tried it.
okay,
He tried it,
yeah,
man. Yeah, he tried it. He tried it.
Ravenking was,
was,
for a second, I thought Ravenking was down a stock, and I was like, did that just happen? Are we going to sudden death in a tournament?
No, well, that was good for Ravenking's part because he knew he was a stock ahead, so he did not mash. If he mashed, they both probably would have lived there. You know what I'm saying? But that, like, excellent play on Ravenking's part, knowing that in that situation you don't mash at all, and you want that to SD both of you.
Yeah,
right?
just really good situational awareness and really good decision making coming out of Ravenking in that spot, so that, like, yeah, of course, you know that you're both going to die in that situation if you don't mash, and if you do mash, you're going to be able to. I don't know. He could have gone for like an uppie and suicided there, but it's just not worth it. Like the autopilot that some players go on. Oh, I got grabbed. I need to mash right now. That's what separates like lower mid level players from upper and high level players, is the ability to not autopilot in situations like those and make the split second decision that says, okay, if I don't mash, we both die and I win.
Yeah, absolutely. And the same even applies to like Ganon, right? When you're a stock ahead and you're kind of hitting Ganon off stage, you can stand by the ledge to cover side B to ledge for both Ridley and Ganon. You can literally just put your body there, right? Because it's like, oh, if you do grab me, guess what? Like, I'm just gonna let it happen. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? So it's just like, even like just off of sheer positioning, you can cover options, which is like such a good, like such a cool thing in my opinion about Smash. And like,
it
you're
looks
not even
like
pressing a button, you know?
Yeah, like that's the thing that we talked about a little bit ago when we mentioned rock crocking, was that like the very few situations in Smash where you like win by getting hit or you win by not doing anything are incredible to see, because they're few and far between, but when they do happen, they take a lot of skill to make happen.
So this is a best of 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
It actually is, and it's currently 1-1, man. This is right now a bigger stage, so really is definitely gonna take advantage of it. But, well, who knows, man? Like, both players are playing really well. Like, Nair catching his jumps, Ravenking just playing really good, like always. So, dude, this probably is so hype. I love it. I love watching it. Yeah, I love, and he is again, so, like, what a perfect match.
Getting caught by that Nair back air is Nair. Ravenking, though, going a little bit too far off stage and getting punished for it on the get up. Nair connecting with that up smash, making Ravenking regret it.
Did he go ahead even though he was like below Ridley, right?
Yeah, it definitely scooped him.
It scoops, yeah. That up smash, but here's the thing about Ridley. Yes, he has a big target to hit, but because of that, his hitboxes are also quite low.
Yeah, catching them again.
For a second, I thought he might have just suicided.
And that's the crazy thing about Ridley up smash. It's very huge and it's very, very strong as well. Like, Ike is not light, so the fact that it killed Ike at 120 something after the hit, that just goes to show. And like, it wasn't even like, oh, he barely got the kill. Like, he was dead ass.
Ravenking looking for something off stage. The down air gonna connect, but it's not the spike hitbox. But you know what? It is the spike hitbox. That up B right there. Ravenking doing such a good job of knowing what options were available to both of them, and actually with some good DI living through that too. Ravenking making this comeback in fantastic style despite being behind for almost the entirety of this game.
Yeah, really good stuff. And it was just so smart from Ravenking, because maybe other Ikes, you know, lesser Ikes would have just been like, okay, I'm going to go for another down air 2-frame and try to get the spike. But Ravenking knew at that point he could just sink down, scoop with the up B, and that is guaranteed, right? As long as you hit the up B at any point of the up B, you're going to get the spike on the way down and get back to the ledge. So because of that, Ravenking is getting so much damage, but look at
also
that.
Getting chased by that up air, yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't get back onto the ground on Nair.
Oh my god, that interaction was pretty funny, dude.
Double spot dodge grab, yeah.
Oh, that grab was like a little bit slow, but it still is in the advantage, getting that force much. 87%. I'm sorry, 78%. He's in a bad position. Catching his jumps once again.
Well, this is so close. Now look at this. Already Nair doing so much work.
Wow.
It just felt like the last 2 stocks of that game felt like it happened in a minute. Like, it just so fast-paced. These players are going back and forth. When one person gets the hit, it is on. There's no letting off the gas. Just go, go, go. And that's the kind of gameplay I like to see. And especially against, like, with these two characters, it's so entertaining.
Ravenking's disadvantage was actually pretty interesting in that game because it went from like that one offstage interaction where he managed to get the up E into the kill to just getting carried over and over across the stage by Nair, or when Nair was pressuring him on platform with all those up airs. Like it kind of swung like a pendulum from being really, really good and getting kills out of it to being really, really bad, and Nair just knew everything that he was going to do and killing him.
It almost felt like Ravenking had the momentum on his side and he was playing a little too careful, and he let the momentum slip away into his opponent's hands, and just honestly Nair just really got one hit and just ran with it, right? And kind of just was able to pressure Ravenking into so many scenarios, and he just, not even just for the last kill, like all the damage he got so quickly, it was insane.
Yeah, right now, what Ravenking needs to do is be very, very careful going into game 3, not to let that momentum get away from him. Because knowing Ravenking, I've seen him play a lot. Ravenking is honestly one of the least momentum-based players that there is. He is very, very good at turning things around even when nothing is really all that much in his favor. But the fact that Nair is playing like this is just, it's a hard hurdle to get over. And that's what's carrying him through this at the moment, is just the fact that Ravenking is struggling, especially in disadvantage, and also not getting too much out of advantage. Like we saw it occasionally on like Yoshi's, where Ravenking managed to get the triple up air, but most of the time Ravenking gets at most like a Nair back air. He doesn't get too much out of his advantage state. Meanwhile, every time Nair gets a hit, he's also giving out like 60-70%.
That's for sure. His conversion is definitely more on point. I just feel like he needs to be careful on what stage he goes to. Definitely his most stages, or PS2 being one of Ike's best stages, definitely the player here. Like you said, he wants to make sure, man, whenever he gets a combo, whenever he gets a hit, he needs to make sure he just like takes everything he can from that hit. Like you did say that in Yoshi's story, he got triple up here, so he was able to take his stocks very early. I feel like he needs stages that allow him to do that. Just one hit, Nair, upper, whatever. I'm confirming two other things a little bit more.
Right, this whole first stock a little slower, but both these players just crossing up each other really, really well. The only character here really that has a really good, out of shield option behind them is Ridley, but it's still not going to be able to come out fast enough for the Ike Nair, because Ike Nair is so safe. And on the platform, up you go, Ravenking with a very, very solid, only 18% on the Ike.
And this is what I was talking about. Like, momentum kind of doesn't matter to Ravenking. Like, sure, he was down and he didn't do too well in that last game, but he did a fantastic job of shaking it off and getting ready to play his game in this game 4. And it's starting to work on Nair, getting that uppy out of the Nair as well. Man, Nair's name makes it really hard to commentate Ike specifically.
Just a fun thing, I just don't know why he didn't go for this B-side up B. I thought that was the best option right there. You could have killed him at 0%, to be honest.
Yeah, I saw him connect the Nair, and I was very curious. He went for a grounded up B. He didn't go for like the up B and dragged him out for the SD. But nonetheless, that is gonna take the KO. I feel like that couldn't have been correct DI, right? Like, really shouldn't have died at that percent. I'm not sure. He hit the Nair on the ground.
Just got lacking on it. Like I'm not sure. We've seen that actually a couple of times today. Just some really suspect DI.
Online, baby. That's what you get.
That's Wi-Fi. That's showbiz, baby.
That's life.
That's what we get right now, dude. Once again, with that H snap platform, man, Ridley so good at doing that.
Yeah, especially on these smaller platforms on PS2, Ridley's up smash on reaction can cover every tech option. Like, that big is up smash. It's quite literally, it's insane.
Oh, he actually read the jump. Oh my god, that's so weird.
So the armor was gone by the time the foot reached the front, right? That was that was hilarious.
It was because he started jumping when he got hit by it.
No, he upbeat him. That was upbeat.
Yeah, that was upbeat, but like when he goes up, I think that's when
he has no armor. Right, he has no armor. Right.
So the weird thing about Ridley is, like, yeah, some of his moves like aren't the best frame data wise, but a lot of them can be super ignorant in situations like that. They can just
he really wants to go for that forward smash, dude.
And he hit it that one time when Ravenking just hopped into it. Wow, untechable counter.
Yeah,
Getting that
you're
kill
done.
from Nair, that was, honestly, it was a pretty easy read because Nair didn't have any option other than to do that. But it still was very impressive decision-making from Ravenking to go down there and do that.
Yeah, that's a very kick W moment right there. And we've said it time and time again, Ridley's recovery, it can be very linear. You don't have the Fox angles on your up B. You only have 4 different angles you can go. So most Ridleys, you're either just like going straight at the ledge horizontally, or you're going to go underneath the ledge and come straight up. So really predictable, but I mean, nonetheless, he still got the neutral exchange to put him in that position, and he capitalized, executed correctly. Really, really good stuff from Ravenking. Going to force a game number 5, which I'm happy to see because this set is so hype. Not gonna lie.
And I'm honestly surprised that we haven't seen many more counters from Ravenking, especially in those offstage situations, because counters really mess Ridley up in a lot of situations. He doesn't do too well offstage, like you mentioned, with that linear recovery. So like it's a running theme in matches against Ridley that I see a lot of people use that counter to any character with a counter to full benefit. So I wonder if Ravenking just kind of forgot it was an option until just then. I doubt it with the caliber of player that he is, but I just really do wonder why we didn't see it more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like how many times? Oh, the
Yeah,
fourth.
he was really scared of going for the counter right there, man. I think he just did it like as a clutch option instead of like just a normal option he would be taking. To be honest.
Yeah, maybe Ravenking kind of trying to save it for the last stretch, but in that situation, he just needed to use it for the game 5, right? Like if you lose that game 4, like there is no game 5, so you just kind of have to clutch it out.
Yeah, and Nair knows, like Nair knew that like he wasn't going for counter. That's why he was always recovering like that. Like if you see it once again, he goes for the downer instead of like going down and trying to get the counter, like every other Fire Emblem would do.
Right, and I want to point out Nair rolled against that up B. That would have shield poked him if he stayed there. So really good stuff, and it just really shows that Nair knows this matchup really well. You know, so really good stuff there. The double up on the up smash, and keep on flexing it, Nair. Keep on flexing it, showing us the up smash. See, now unlike wave landing, you know, spamming up smash on like that doesn't steal it. So
yeah, it's
still here to
it's literally the optimal option in between stocks. Yeah, I don't know how Nair, like 150%, even though it is Ridley, 150% living this, it's not looking too good for Ravenking at the moment. And trying to get that eruption, but not even connecting with that, really. And taking a little bit more percent, 61, 71 already. Not looking good for Ravenking. It's looking like we might have a reunion of Mexican players in our winners finals between Spargo and Nair.
Honestly, I'm so surprised that Ravenking hasn't opted for the counter. There, like multiple times he hit him off stage, especially at that higher percent. Ridley kind of has to go down low like that, and it gives enough time. Like essentially, what Ravenking needs is he needs enough time to clip onto the ledge, run off side B to ledge, and then you kind of just wait because Ridley's up B has that startup. You know what I mean? So you react to the startup, ledge drop, down counter, but Ravenking is opting not to grab ledge. See, like right there, he has mix-ups, right? But when you hit him so far, it becomes a lot, you just have a lot less mix-ups, and looks like Ravenking slowly bringing this back. The up smash has to be careful here. Ridley hits like a truck. Back air should do it here.
Yeah.
Oh, Ravenking's bringing it back.
Ravenking actually coming all the way back from a 3-stock deficit. Oh, but holding on to ledge too long. Down smash, going to take it. Ravenking, you just needed to put it like a get-up attack or a roll. Something, as long as you didn't just hang on to the ledge, you would have been fine there. But that's Nair catching him, getting the game, and moving on to winners finals.
Yeah, hype, dude, hype.
But to be fair, Nair didn't do that for the entire set. So I wouldn't put it against Ravenking. That was more so just really good stuff on Nair's end, really like saving it to close out a game 5 like that. He didn't really threaten, because even we didn't even see that much angle down forward tilts, which is another thing that's a little quicker, a little safer, and you can also get a tipper hitbox as well that can threaten ledge hang. But we